Alright, as Opus Nathan violin, and I think you hear in the background we're competing with a chainsaw not too far away. Alright, what we're going to do now is do some fine tuning on the neck. And I couldn't do this ahead of time quite because I had to make a smooth joint between the replaced fingerboard, which is shifted. So I had to reshape the fingerboard, and I knew the neck was a bit high at the time, and I had to wait. So at the point, the scroll was adjusted before we revarnished, and the back is to 199. It's 198 is what I want, so it's very close. And then of course the top plate's 176. We want this to be 176. But once anything that's a reference tone, you can use as a tap reference. So it sounds high to all those things which are at the right frequency. Okay. So it's right here in the middle that's the highest. So we're going to take our scraper, and it's got a nice fingerboard kind of curve to it. So we're just going to hear where it's the highest, and we're going to scrape off the bottom surface, and we'll round a little bit as we go so we don't flat spot it. That's here now. Okay. Alright, let's see where we're at now. That's a lot more even now. So I'm bracketing this below, it's above, below. So it's at 180. We want to drop it down to 176. We'll get it down 4. So if it's even, then we'll take kind of an even scrape. Because it's thicker, we probably have to take a little more off this side than the relatively shallower side. We'll round a little bit to the side. And actually taking off the shoulder will raise the frequency, so we mainly want to be on this surface. I'll go above. No. Okay, so now we're about 177. Excuse me. Here's relatively the highest. I'll take a little lot more off there. Take some long scrapes. See where we're at now. I'm kind of damping the strings under here so they don't ring. Go above 176. Sounds above. Go below it. Sounds below. Now toward the back. It doesn't sound higher and lower toward the scroll. Toward the end pin. Toward the top plate. So now all these things, string bar, all sound like they're in unison. Okay, and then we can just take, this is still pretty smooth, but we could just take a little fine polishing paper here and just give it a quick, like that. And if you've got a pure silk Kleenex, or not Kleenex, but what'd you call that? Just polish it down. Okay, so that's a little fine adjustment on a neck that's a little bit too high.